Hello gorgeous, so before this video starts I just want to say that my microphone ran out of battery pretty much immediately as I started filming this video, so the audio might be a little bit fuzzy in this video. It might be a bit old school because, you know, if you spend all this money on a microphone, you want it to just run out of battery. That's exactly what you want to happen. So I'll probably get that sorted out before the next video, and I'm sure no one will notice, but if you do, then anyway, enjoy the video. Bye. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm very excited to be back on camera. Fun fact, I was actually looking for the tripod when I was filming this video, and my room's so messy that I like kicked a pile of clothes and it started moving. I was like, oh, there's the tripod. It's just stretched out completely on my floor. It's Simpsons Sunday, where I talk about Simpsons on a Sunday. Fun fact, when I was at my uni interview, I mentioned casually that I make YouTube videos, and they were like, what is it about? And I explained it to them, and I actually mentioned Simpsons Sunday. I was like, yeah, I have this thing called Simpsons Sunday where I talk about Simpsons on a Sunday. And they seemed to like it because I got a place. And I felt kind of guilty because I had made a Simpsons Sunday since like January. So, you know what? Let's do this again. I want to make Simpsons Sunday a bit less about lists, although it's kind of hard not to be about lists since, you know, The Simpsons is essentially a group of episodes, which is a list. But I want to make Simpsons Sunday a bit more free-ranging and informal, just like kind of talk about Simpsons in a casual way, you know? Like kind of like how I talk about Simpsons to my friends when they pretend to listen to me. So yeah, so what I thought I'd do is, instead of reviewing individual episodes, which I don't want to do, because I worked it out, if I did one episode a week, it would take me about 8 years to get through every episode, like, or something crazy like that. Like a lot of time. So I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is do seasons. So starting with season 1, which is a interesting season. I have a video pre-filmed where I kind of talk about the differences between the seasons, and I'll wait for that because it's a very long video that I filmed with a special guest. Oh yeah, no, I'm famous. I'm sorry. But what I thought I'd do here is just kind of recap the seasons in a bit more detail and kind of look at each, not every single episode, but kind of, I'm just going to go on IMDb and just look at them and go, that one's good, that one's not so good. So yeah, anyway. Season 1, right. The thing about season 1 is a lot of people just hate it. Not hate it, but a lot of people just like kind of forget in their mind that it exists. They're just like, oh, season 1, that's the crude season, that's the like starter season. But can we just talk about how much success the first season had at the time? That's what made The Simpsons like this massive show. It's what spurred the Bartmania era. And now it's just kind of like, oh yeah, season 1, it's alright. A lot of people see the golden age between, you know, like season 4 and season like 10, which I disagree with. I can make a whole video on that, so shh. I actually think season 1 has more to offer than what most people think. I mean, yes, it's the first season. It may not be exactly what The Simpsons is like now, but it's still good. It's still good. Even The Simpsons, when it is not at its best, is still very, very good. So, let's take a look at some of the episodes. The first episode of The Simpsons, the first full-length episode that ever aired on television, was Simpsons roasting on an open fire. Now, I think I mentioned this in another video, but this wasn't actually the first episode made. The first episode that was originally going to air was Some Enchanted Evening. However, there were production problems on that episode due to the animation. The animation came back not quite looking how it should. I mean, with a show like Simpsons, which has characters which look completely different to, you know, anything than to any other cartoon really, and the fact that it was one of the first ever kind of animated sitcoms for like years, they didn't really know how it was going to come out, and they hadn't really like perfected the technique yet, so it did come out really bad. Rumor has it that there was this big production meeting where everyone watched it and it was really horrible, and James L. Brooks said this is shit. So in the end, the episode that ended up airing was Simpsons roasting on an open fire, which I think is a good place to start. First of all, it just has a really nice emotional ending with the dog and everything like that. I'm just going to assume if you're watching this video you've seen every episode, so I'm not going to bother explaining the plots too much. But I think it's nice to start on a Christmas episode, you know? Start a nice little Christmas episode. There are a lot of trivia facts on this episode on IMDb. I probably know most of them. Most of the trivia facts on IMDb is just like, if you look closely at this plate, you can see that this plate was in another cartoon in 1974. I think season 1 in general is very Bart-centric, much more. I think Homer was just like the dumb dad, and he had episodes, but he wasn't really the main character at this point. It was 100% Bart. I mean, if you look, there's so many Bart episodes. There's Bart the Genius, Bart the General, the Telltale Head, the Crepes of Wrath, Krusty Gets Busted. These were all pretty Bart-centric episodes, and Bart was like the star character at the time, which is kind of funny how it's kind of changed over time. And you know what, I don't mind that. I can see the appeal of Bart. When I first started watching The Simpsons, I loved Bart. He was my favourite character. I think I went through my own little Bart mania. I think what's interesting about Bart as a character is he's bad, and he's, you know, the lovable rascal, but really he doesn't want to be bad. He's just kind of acting up because he just doesn't understand what to do, like in school, and the only way he can feel like he's succeeding at something is by acting out and getting approval from his peers. I know, I could go deep into that. Like, one of my favourite episodes is the Telltale Head, and that episode's just really good because it just kind of shows how kind of peer pressure can make you do things which you don't want to do. Moral lessons there. There is a scene in Homer's Odyssey which has some of the weirdest background characters in the history of The Simpsons. I will show you a frame right now. What in the fuck is that? Do you see these characters right here? I'm scared too. I know, it was new. Give the animators a break, Molly. I know. Now they have computers and they can make everything perfect. I know how hard animation is, okay? I can't do it for the life of me. I'm trying right now, and it's okay. My favourite episode from season 1, though, by far, is probably Moaning Lisa. And it's actually one of the least upvoted on IMDb, so why? I really like that episode because, I don't know, it's just so good to like, it's like one of the first Lisa episodes, because I feel like in the Tracy Ullman shorts and in the early episodes, Lisa was just kind of like Bart's little sister who kind of helps with their schemes, you know, she's just kind of there for him to talk to, but then she really becomes, and over the years she's really become like her own character that we can all feel for, and I feel like this was just the start of that. And I think, you know, the writers are definitely credited for that, as well as Yardley Smith, who just really brings Lisa to life, and I feel like this is one of the first instances when we can really see that. Okay, what other episodes do we have in this magical season? Bart the Genius, for some reason, I used to watch over and over and over again when I was little, and I think that's because I really like the idea of the like smart people school where you could do what you want and it was different, because I didn't like school. That's kind of sad, sorry. Krusty Gets Busted, the first appearance of Kelsey Grammer as Sideshow Bob, which is a really, really good episode. I think it's really good how there's like genuine mystery in it, you know, and they keep doing, and they do that like a couple more times with Sideshow Bob, a couple more times, like a lot more times, and I think it's really cool. It's kind of a different tone of episode than other Simpsons episodes or even other season 1 episodes. It kind of feels like a movie. Pretty cool if you ask me. What would do some episodes I don't like? Homer's Odyssey, not just because of the bad background characters, but it's kind of okay. I feel like that episode feels shorter than it is, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that episode just kind of, it's fine. It's okay. What other episodes? Some Enchanted Evening. Like, I don't know about that one. It wasn't my favourite. But there's no episodes in here I actively dislike. Like, they're all fine. They're all good. There's No Disgrace Like Home is a weird episode because it doesn't feel like a Simpsons episode. It feels like an episode of another TV show because it's just so off from like everything that's happened. Like, everything is so different. Like, the way the plot goes, the way the characters act, the like secondary character, like everything's just different, you know? And it's, yeah, as I said, it's, yeah, but I don't mind the episode. Like, it's alright. But I always thought, even when I was young, I was like, wait, what the fuck is Homer caring about his family? Surely, isn't he the one who doesn't care and Marge is the one who cares? And they kind of changed that over the years, but I felt like that episode is very season 1 to me. But in summary, I don't think season 1 is maybe Golden Age Simpsons, but that's fine. Very few TV shows have like really good first seasons, so I think it's pretty good considering that. But I do think this show is really funny, and I think it showed such potential. Even though I didn't live through season 1 of The Simpsons, I was minus like 8 years old. I think it would have been really cool to like see this show pop up and go, wait, this is so different. And then being excited about what could come. But all in all, I do like this season. I do enjoy it. It's maybe not the season I watch back the most, but I think it has its moments, has really good moments, and I really like it. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit mental, a bit all over the place, and I was just chatting, but hopefully you enjoyed that. If not, I don't really care, because I had fun, okay? I had fun doing this. And I'm gonna try and make more videos because I don't do that and I enjoy it. Look at me, I'm just sitting in front of a camera and talking. It's great. Why don't I do this more often, Molly? Maybe I'm just sticking to my upload schedule of 1 video per 3 months. But that's kind of rubbish. I don't like it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you very much. Bye.